Hey Daniel, it's Kylie with RinGen SEO and Digital Marketing, local digital marketing agency actually right here out of Jackson County, Michigan. It was a pleasure talking to you on the phone just a little bit ago. I hope that this video gives you some advice and brings you some additional business for 2021 and beyond. There's three things that I'm going to talk to you about today. First one's going to be content. Second one will be citations. And the third one is going to be backlinking. These are the three things that Google looks for, or search engines look for, and how you actually position these things in the ranking process. So to get you on that first page of Google and that top 1 to 3 position in the Google Map Pack. Since I have your website pulled up here, I'm going to start with content. Content is not just the words that are on your page. Content is also the images on your pages and how they're saved. So saving your images as buyer intent keywords or key phrases is going to help Google find your website more relevant, and in turn is going to have you found more easily for the services that you offer. Also behind that, content is also like site titles, meta descriptions, alt tags. So again, photos with alt tags. So just really how you save all this back end stuff on your website. Content is king in the eyes of Google. So having 1,500 words minimum on any page that you're trying to be found for, which I would assume is all these different service pages here that you have in this expertise section. So making sure you've got the right word count and that you also have high quality relevant content on your site with those keywords and key phrases in there as well that you're trying to be found for. I'm going to skip on over to the citations part of this. This here is the Google Map Pack, or the Google My Business section of Google. So when I type in Flint, Michigan attorneys, you're not pulling up in these 1 to 3 positions. These top 1 to 3 positions here share about 1/3 of the total search volume that is searched per month for keywords and key phrases that for services that you offer. So being in these top 1 to 3 positions is vital or critical when you're trying to bring in more business. And then this down here is like the organic section. So this is where your website would actually rank, and this is where your Google My Business page ranks. So getting both of those either on page 1 of this organic section or being in this top 1 to 3 position is going to bring you more money moving forward, more leads, which obviously brings you more value. So obviously wanting to be here for Flint, Michigan attorneys, and then also lawyers Flint, Michigan as well, you're not pulling up here either. So doing that is super important. What I mean about citations, so citations are anywhere on the web that your business name, address, and phone number are listed, and that would be through various directories. So like Facebook, LinkedIn, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Yellow Pages, the list goes on and on. There's thousands of them. So the more of those that you have, the better, and paying attention to how many your competitors have, and then one-upping them. So having just a little bit more citations than your local competitors is going to help push you up into this 1 to 3 position, as well as a couple other factors that we're going to actually talk about next. This here is your Google My Business page. Recommended is that you have 10 to 15 photos on here minimum, and that they are saved correctly. There's a few different factors as far as saving these images correctly. So if you have questions on how these should be saved, please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'd love to walk you through that. Give you some pointers in addition to this video. I just want to keep this short and sweet here. So making sure your videos are saved correctly, and again, having at least 10, closer to 15 or more would even be better. Pushing these reviews is really important. We have a minimum recommendation of 25, so you're definitely over that threshold, but always continuing to push these reviews and obviously trying to get this up a little bit higher. So continuing to reach out to your past clients, 1 touch, 2 touch, keep reaching out to these people and trying to get them to give you a review so that we can hike this up and get this number a little bit stronger. That in turn is also going to help push you up into that Google My Business Map Pack in those 1 to 3 positions. So photos, reviews, how these photos are saved. You have your website associated here. You've got your business address, phone number, and you've got an appointments link here. So all those things are good, and then those citations like we talked about. So adding, continuing to add citations to this Google My Business page, linking to this name directly, that's all going to help boost you in that map pack. This here is a paid tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs, and it gives me an overview of the power that's coming to a website. So we use this when we're looking at client sites or competitor sites to try to see, what we need to do to beat out your local competitors. This number here, so your DR and your UR should be more like a 1-to-1 ratio, so they should be closer to the same. What this being small here, only a 4.6, leads me to believe is that a lot of these backlinks that you have coming to your website are spammy or just don't have any power associated with them. So you definitely want to pull power from these referring domains. And this is where we're going to talk more about backlinking. So backlinks are essentially any website that has a link on their site with a link linking back to your website. And what that does is tells Google, hey, this website is trustworthy, right? So in return, if we're putting it on websites that aren't trustworthy, Google's also going to find you the same, and they're not going to give you as much power for these organic keywords and in the ranking factors. And as you can see here, you're starting to kind of slide down here. So less and less and less power to this website, and that reflects here in these numbers as well. So getting those high quality authoritative backlinks that are relevant to the services that you offer, relevant to the attorney industry, and pushing those on here over time, doing it the right way, not trying to overdo it. If you overdo it, Google's actually going to tank you, and we don't want that. So making sure you're doing that right. I did want to show you something too. I have another tool that I use. It's called Majestic, and I popped you into here because I did want to show you what I mean by how that tells me it's not trustworthy. So this here is a tool, and this shows actually the trust flow or the link quality of your backlinks on your profile. So your link volume is decently high, but your link quality is super low. This should be as close to a 1-to-1 ratio as possible. Now, I'm not fantastic at math, but this is more like a 0.2 and some change, I'd say. So getting that link quality up is in turn going to help you pull more power to that website and see more results. I'm going to pop this open real quick. I'm kind of running over on time here. I like to keep these short and sweet. Your positions here is what I want to show you. So 1 to 10 would be first page of Google. So all these 1, 8, 9, and 10s, these are going to be first page rankings on Google. Now, if you look over here, none of these are buyer intent type keywords. So we need to focus more on keywords that are buyer intent. So people are actually looking for your services directly and not focusing on pushing power to words that are just giving them information for other services. It helps, but it's not going to bring you the most return. So going through these, and all these 11s and up are going to be second page, third page, fourth page, and so on of Google. So we need to push more power to those, get you up in the rankings in this top 1 to 10 position so you're on the first page organically. And in turn, that is going to also help that Google My Business page rank in those top positions as well. I hope that you found this video informational, and I hope that it helps you in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. I'd love to assist you in any way possible. Thank you so much, and have a great day.